I've been thinking about something that keeps me up at night, and I really want to share it with you because I think it might change the way you see the world around you. But before I dive into this, I need your help with something personal. I'm working really hard to build this community where we can talk honestly about real human connection, about the things nobody teaches us in school or at home, and I'm trying to reach 10,000 subscribers. If what I'm about to share with you resonates, if it makes you see something you've been missing, would you consider hitting that subscribe button? It would mean the world to me, and it tells me that what we're building here matters. It tells me that there are people out there who want to understand each other better, who want to stop missing the beautiful moments that happen right in front of us every single day. All right, so here's what I've been thinking about. Life has this funny way of teaching us things, doesn't it? Most of the time, we walk around thinking we need to hear someone say the words out loud. We think we need to hear "I like you" or "I want to be near you" to know it's true. We wait for that clear, unmistakable declaration. But in the world of human hearts and feelings, it almost never happens that way. The truth is, a woman is probably never going to look you right in the eyes and say, "I am very attracted to you. Please come a little closer to me." That just isn't how the dance of human connection works. It would be nice if it did, wouldn't it? It would make everything so much simpler. But human beings are complex creatures, and the way we communicate what's really happening in our hearts is far more subtle than most of us realize. Instead of using direct words, what she will do is something much more quiet, soft, and subtle. It is like a secret language that her body speaks, a language that most of us never learn to understand. And if you haven't been taught how to hear it, you are going to miss it every single time. And here's the thing that breaks my heart. It won't be because she wasn't showing you how she felt. It will simply be because you didn't recognize the beautiful, quiet language she was using to talk to you. She was speaking the whole time, pouring her heart out in her own way, and you walked away thinking she was just being polite or friendly. That's the tragedy of it all. Here's the part that so many kind, well-meaning men don't quite realize. And I say this with nothing but respect and understanding because nobody teaches us this stuff. The loudest signals of how she feels don't come from her mouth or the words she chooses. They actually come from her hands. They come from what she chooses to touch, how gently she touches it, and exactly when she does it while she is around you. Think about that for a moment. While you're analyzing every word she says, trying to decode the meaning behind "that's nice" or "that's funny," her hands are telling you the whole story. Her body is having a completely different conversation, one that's far more honest than any words could ever be. You see, when a woman feels a special spark for you, her body starts reacting long before her brain even has a chance to catch up and think about it. Her whole nervous system, that's the part of her that handles all her feelings and energy, starts to shift. Her energy changes, and that little bit of excited tension inside her needs a place to go. It builds up like pressure, and it has to be released somehow. Without even knowing she is doing it, she starts letting that energy out through her sense of touch. This isn't a conscious decision. She's not sitting there thinking, "I'm attracted to him, so I should touch my hair now." It's completely automatic, driven by parts of her brain that operate below conscious awareness. Now, this is exactly where most men find themselves feeling a bit lost, and I get it because I was there too. They are focusing so hard on the words she is saying. They are trying to figure out the vibe of her voice or waiting for her to say something very obvious that cannot be mistaken. They're listening for tone, for enthusiasm, for any verbal hint that she might be interested. All while this is happening, her body has already told them the whole story. Her body has shared every secret they needed to know, but because they were only listening with their ears, they missed the message entirely. It happens to good people every single day, people who genuinely care and who would love to connect, but simply don't know what to look for. A woman might be sitting right across from you, showing you very clear signs that she likes you through the way she acts, and you might walk away thinking she was just being a nice person or killing time. It wasn't because the signs were hidden or because she was playing games. It was because no one ever sat you down and taught you how to read them. That is the real heart of the problem. It is not that women are some impossible mystery that no one can solve, some puzzle with pieces that don't fit together. It is just that you were never given the guidebook to this specific language. If you had that guidebook, you would start to see that these things don't just happen by accident. There are patterns to all of this. You would see that these behaviors don't pop up randomly. They show up at very specific times, around very specific people, and they always come from the same place deep inside our minds. This isn't just a lucky guess or me making things up. This is about how humans behave, and it is backed by something that most of us tend to ignore in our busy lives, the way we talk without words. People who study human behavior for a living, researchers who spend years watching how we interact, have found that most of the feelings we share with each other happen without us ever opening our mouths. Some studies suggest it's as high as 70 or 80%. That means while you're busy thinking about what she just said, the real honest conversation is happening somewhere else entirely. It is happening in how she moves, how she stands, and what she chooses to touch when she is near you. Once you understand this, your whole world changes in the most beautiful way. You stop waiting for someone to give you a clear yes or no in words. You stop overthinking every little thing that happens. You stop missing out on those special moments when connection is right there in front of you. Instead, you start to see exactly what is happening while it is happening. You begin to understand the difference between her just feeling comfortable and her feeling something much deeper, something that makes her heart beat a little faster. Now let me walk you through this step by step. When a woman feels attracted to you, one of the first things you'll notice is that she touches her hair. I know you've heard this a million times. It sounds like a cliche, like something from a magazine article, but stick with me because most people completely misunderstand what this actually means. Not every time she touches her hair is a sign of anything. Sometimes her hair is genuinely in her face. Sometimes it's just a habit, but when she does it over and over, or if it looks a little bit like she's performing, like she's aware that you're watching, or if she does it right when you look at her, that's when it has real meaning. What's happening inside her body is actually fascinating. When she feels that spark of attraction, her brain releases chemicals like dopamine and norepinephrine. These are the same chemicals that make us feel excited and very aware of everything around us. One of the things these chemicals do is create nervous energy that has to go somewhere, and her hands are the easiest outlet. Her hair is right there, accessible, and touching it feels natural. She might twirl a piece of hair while she listens to you talk. She might brush it all to one side again and again, even if it's already perfectly in place. Sometimes she might pull it back to show her neck without even thinking about why. These aren't calculated moves, they are reactions, and that's exactly why they are so revealing and honest. Then there's her neck, and this is where things get really interesting. The neck is one of the most vulnerable parts of the human body. Biologically, we are built to protect our necks, because that's where important arteries are, where life flows through us. We don't usually draw attention to our necks, unless we feel completely safe with someone. So, when a woman starts touching her neck while talking to you, something significant is happening beneath the surface. She might run her fingers along her collarbone or touch the side of her neck gently. The key is to notice if she's doing it while she's really engaged in the conversation with you. Does it happen when you make eye contact? Does it happen after you say something that makes her smile? When these things happen together, it's a powerful mix of attraction and vulnerability. Her body is responding to you and trying to manage the excitement she feels. Many men see a woman touch her neck and think she's uncomfortable or nervous in a bad way. And while she might be a little bit nervous, it's the good kind of nervous, the kind you feel before something wonderful happens. If she was truly uncomfortable, she would be pulling away, crossing her arms, creating distance. But if she is touching her neck while staying close and engaged with you, she is affected by you in the best possible way. Sometimes she will even tilt her head to the side, exposing even more of her neck. This is her body literally opening up to you, becoming less guarded, letting you into her space in a way that she doesn't do with just anyone. You might also notice her touching her lips, and this is a very focused signal that speaks volumes. She might touch her lips gently, bite them softly, or apply lip balm slowly while maintaining eye contact with you. This is huge, but it's easy to misunderstand if you don't know what you're looking at. By touching her lips, she is drawing your attention there, and she's doing it without saying a single word. Biologically, men's eyes are naturally drawn to women's lips. Women, often without even realizing it, respond to this by highlighting their lips when they feel attraction. If she's just putting on lip balm because her lips are dry and then immediately looks away, that's just practical. But if she does it slowly, deliberately, while looking at you or while you're mid-conversation, it's completely different. It's an invitation to notice her, to see her not just as a person you're talking to, but as someone who wants to be seen in a particular way. Then watch for when she starts playing with her jewelry. This is a signal that most men never even think about, but it's incredibly telling. She might spin a ring around her finger, play with a necklace, or tug at an earring. It looks like an absent-minded habit, but what's really happening is that she has all this extra energy coursing through her because of how make her feel, and she needs somewhere to put it. The jewelry is right there, and it becomes an outlet for that nervous, excited energy. This is what psychologists call self-soothing behavior. It's how the body stays calm when emotions feel intense. If she was bored, she would be looking at her phone or glancing around the room. But if she is playing with her necklace while maintaining focus on you, she is very much present in the moment, using that small motion to handle the happy intensity of being near you. Now, the biggest shift happens when she stops touching objects and actually touches you. This is the moment when everything moves from indirect to direct, from subtle to unmistakable. If she touches your arm while laughing at something you said, if she brushes her hand against yours, if she finds any reason to make physical contact, she is making a significant choice. She is crossing a boundary into your personal space, and she's doing it because she wants to build connection. Touch releases oxytocin, the bonding chemical, and she is instinctively trying to create that bond with you. The worst thing you can do when this happens is freeze up or act like it didn't happen, because that makes her feel like she made a mistake, like she misread the situation. You don't need to make a big deal out of it. Just stay relaxed, acknowledge it with a smile, and continue being present with her. Sometimes, before she's ready to touch you directly, she will touch objects near her, especially her drink. She might run her finger around the rim of her glass, hold it with both hands, or play with the straw, all while looking at you. This is displacement behavior. She has all this energy and attraction directed towards you, but she channels it into the object instead, because it feels safer. And finally, you might notice her resting her chin in her hands while looking at you. Men often misinterpret this as boredom, but if she's smiling, if her eyes are bright and focused on you, it actually means the complete opposite. She is framing her face, creating a picture for you to look at, making sure you're noticing her while she gives you her complete attention. So, here's what I want you to take away from all of this. Stop waiting for the words. Start watching for the patterns. When you see her touching her hair repeatedly, when her hand goes to her neck, when she plays with her jewelry while her eyes stay on you, when she finds reasons to touch you or the things near her, you're not guessing anymore. You're reading a language that's been there all along, just waiting for you to understand it. This is real connection happening right in front of you, and now you have the tools to recognize it. If this opened your eyes to something you've been missing, please hit that subscribe button and help me reach 10,000 subscribers. Let's build this community together, and I'll see you in the next one.